What?
Rest. Warrior potion.
What is that? Was I even hurting him?
Enemy closes in rally point updated.
Yo, that's insane. I'm so confused. Like, does my chainsword do nothing? Or is that what's wrong? I'm like not heavy attacking or something? Like, how does parry work?
3 minutes remain.
Like, that's such a slow evade.
Astartes, push for dominance.
They were all there.
We lost the advantage. Reclaim it at once.
Oh, I'm fucked. Wings of Sanguinius, I was fucked. Oh, y'all just laughing, having a good time. I'm going insane. What if what Smiley said is true? What if it dropped $90 on this game and I'm fucking garbage? If I'm literally garbage, I'm literally running this shit.
Hello brothers and cousins, it is I, B.A. Vertavius, and today I wanted to stop and talk to you all about this glorious game. Space Marine 2 is an amazing game. The devs have outdone themselves and have done an amazing job, and as a 40k fan since I was a kid, this has definitely secured a spot in my heart and filled the hunger I've had for another main 40k title where you main as a Space Marine. But today we're here to talk about the Assault Marine class in PvP. And if you were anything like me and my brothers who jumped straight into it, no puns intended, loving and longing to be in the sky with our Lord, may he rest in peace, or just a fan of the style of combat, or even forced into the role, then this is a quick video to help you play a bit better as an Assault Marine in Space Marine 2 PvP.
Probably just scared the shit out of that guy.
Cause he was swinging that hammer so hard and heavy, he quit the game.
I'm no pro by a long shot, but as someone this soon in the game and have maxed his Assault Marine class, I feel as if my input based on my experience is worthy of a video to maybe help those who struggle where I did. First, what is an Assault Marine? Now, before we jump out of a Thunderhawk into the Orc lines, let me stop and ask you, what is an Assault Marine?
Strike from the sky, brothers!
We have located Solar Admiral Spire. He is gravely injured. Send the Sanguinary Priest. We cannot allow Abaddon to escape. Let our enemies tremble, for the Angels of Death have come to join the hunt. We shall know no fear.
If you're anything like me and or thinking this, then let me stop you right there, because that brings us to the first point of this video. So sit back, take a knee, brother. This is Assault Class 101, the basics. As an Assault Marine, you may not have noticed, but you're one of the weakest units in the game, armor value wise. So if you're thinking you were on par with your fellow Attack Marine, Bulwark, and Heavies, you're wrong. You are a level 2 armor value, same as a Sniper and Vanguard, which is the most OP class in the game at the moment. But a video about that explaining it later. With that being said, the reason you're the weakest class in the game to all of the classes is because you shine best damage-wise with your melee weapon. Yes, you have a gun like everyone else, but the difference is their guns are primarily made to outperform your gun, which is a secondary. So, if an enemy ultimately stays away from you, they have the advantage. Some might say, that's the point of a jump pack, to get to combat faster and close certain gaps on the field. Which in theory is right, but also what's stopping the enemy from simply evading and shooting. We just went over how they're primarily made to outshoot you regardless of your armor value, but if you apply the in-game armor value, then it's not in your favor as an Assault Marine to engage a ranged battle against a ranged opponent, which is 90% of your PvP experiences. As an Assault Marine, you may notice an improvement in your jump hack ability. From the last Space Marine game, which was 2 jumps before reset, now you have 3 jumps before reset. However, unlike the previous game, where it made sense to use your jump hack to dodge and evade without it counting as a charge, in Space Marines 2, you are limited on the ground while on the ground, and to utilize your jump hack ability for anything, it counts as a charge. So you have to use wisely.
3 minutes remain.
Like, that's
Decimate
such
them.
a slow evade.
Astartes, push for dominance.
They were all there.
We lost the advantage. Reclaim it at once.
Oh, I'm fucked. Wings of Sanguinius, I was fucked.
You can lock and unlock yourself while in the air to disengage or maintain an engagement. You can also use your jump hack thrust while in the air towards the direction of your choice. Not sure what command it is for you, so be sure to check your controls the next chance you get. This can save your life at times. This is gonna sound dumb, but it's actually one of the most powerful features in the game at the moment. It allows you to see your target through walls and around corners, thus not just giving you intel, but marks for your teammates as well, giving the team overall more information to go off of when executing plays. As a fairly quick moving unit with this ability, you can get into angles and spots before your team and the enemy team depending on your playstyle or the objective of the game at the moment, which I often find in the start of a match if both teams are circling each other. The Assault Marine can act as a scout and gain eyes better and before some of his teammates to provide guidance or intel to the team if needed, while also being able to skim over from one side of the map to the other to lend quick support. I try to always mark my targets before I shoot them because it takes little to no real effort to do so, but always allows me to see/know what my enemy is doing or how they plan on engaging. Do not mistake this feature and sleep on it. It is powerful, brothers.
Shoot your gun!
Because you're trying to get better.
Shoot your fucking gun!
I'm also on the current understanding.
Shoot your fucking gun!
The basics to most shooter games. I said this in the last note, but it's gonna apply to a lot of these, which is, it's gonna sound dumb and so simple, but you'd be shocked at how many people actually overlook or don't think about these things. But yes, shoot your gun. Just because I said it's not the best for range fights didn't mean not to use it. It's still an option for combat as an Assault Marine. Can't tell you how many enemy Assault Marines I've destroyed while in the air by simply shooting them. As an Assault Marine with access to your jump pack ability, you can not only get better eyes on the enemy at times, but also better vantage points to clean up or help support a kill. Learn how your weapon works as soon as possible. It is important to understand this because how combat works in this game. Let me explain real quick, brothers. Damage is dealt based off two factors basically, health damage and shield damage. Guns, blasts, projectiles, and things like that does damage to your shields before it does your health, while melee attacks deal direct health damage ignoring all shields. Although this sounds sweet, it is not. Why? Because, as we saw, there is nothing stopping or really punishing an enemy from being locked in melee combat. They can legit just walk or roll right out of your melee range and shoot through your level 2 shields and health. This is also a problem because if they walk out of your combat, you then have to shoot through their shields at whatever remaining health they have to secure that kill. Take the time in-game to use your weapons to gain a better understanding of how to best apply them. For example, a bolt pistol fires faster than a heavy bolt pistol, but the damage is weaker. It's important to know key differences in weapons like that when going against other enemies, so you know how to best apply yourself with the equipment that you chose in your loadout. Learn how combos work. There is no punishment for being locked in close melee combat. Like the previous title, being hit in CQC used to stagger you around and throw off anything you were trying to do, and that was without the stun effect. If you use the following tip and you understand how your weapon works, now you need to learn how combos work and how to apply them in fights. As stated earlier, there is no stunning anymore, unless you're a Vanguard. Now we can only parry / block, and with that your options for melee are light attacks, which can be parried and blocked, and heavy attacks, which are used as a more powerful attack and also breaks any or most guards the enemy has up. The only other way is to ground pound, but this uses up charges.
So do I interrupt light attacks with a heavy? I need to duel somebody. That's the only way. I have no clue. I have no clue.
Understand that when you hit the control or command to do a melee attack as an assault marine, you are fully locked in whatever animation it does, making you slow and stuck, often because your attacks feel like they require so much effort on your end to execute, but feel so weak when connecting to the enemy. However, the main issue here is that you can't cancel whatever attack you're doing by simply thrusting out or up and away without feeling like you must complete one animation before then executing another. Once you attack, you will learn how slow or fast some attacks are and how many times to press your attack button, because you don't want to overly attack your target and actually be stuck on the ground.
Rally point updated. We have captured Alpha.
Okay, so it's the same way essentially. Once you're once you're throwing your mitts, there is no ifs, ands, or buts. You gotta fully commit. Got it.
I'm gonna get off. I'll see you in a...
Astartes, push for dominance.
They were all there.
We lost the advantage. Reclaim it at once.
Oh, I'm fucked. Wings of Sanguinius, I was fucked.
Hey man, dear, where's that?
Stay dynamic. Always be reading your team. Mainly as an assault marine, you want to be able to sit back sometimes and pay attention to what's happening both in game and for your team. Meaning, not to get wrapped up in killing or trying to get kills, because now you're starting to learn.
The Imperium has spoken.
Remember, although a VG can also maneuver the map, doesn't mean he can do it better than you. With that being said, sometimes it's up to you to catch a kill and right after jump into an objective, and then immediately after go and jump and aid an ally in combat. That's sometimes your task. Know when to apply yourself. Also, know when not to apply yourself. Again, going off some values we went over earlier. Remember that you are not him, and therefore you can and will die if you constantly jump from one fight to the next without taking any time to properly reset or assist in other areas of the game. However, this is also goes on the opposite end as well, and not being afraid to jump into fights or grab an objective or go help back up a teammate. Sometimes you are all that is needed. Sometimes you are all the team has left. So keep that in mind when playing. Watch your deaths, watch your assists. Kills will come naturally later on, brother. Focus on staying alive and being a problem on the field as long as possible every chance you get. Sometimes you'll be alive so long you run out of ammo and equipment, so it's wise to play near those items. Also, keep in a more open and exposed areas of the map, like being outside, so you have a lot more wiggle room and maneuverability. Main role versus sub role. The Assault Marine has a main role in my opinion in PvP, and that is to be the line breaker. Oftentimes you'll find your team or the enemy team pushing together with a wall of bulwarks, followed by heavies, the two tankiest units in the game, acting as sword and shield tactics. Although on normal grounds and circumstances this would destroy you, your ability to leap over your team's battle line or from a flank or angle and break their team's battle line by ground pounding right on top of their heavies or bulwarks is where an Assault Marine, in my opinion, shines best, thus disrupting the enemy forces, forcing them to focus on you, allowing an opening for your team to shoot off what's exposed due to your opening.
Consider it sacred sword. Our brother goes beyond the veil. Throwing shock grenades! Reloading magazine!
Away from an Assault Marine acting as the line breaker, the Assault Marine can act as a scout and a cleanup crew with how fast they can get to an area of the map over all of the units in the game. Minus Vanguard. Expect to die. Playing the class/role of the Assault Marine is what you would imagine being a chapter's bannerman is like. It comes with great honor because it comes with even greater risk. You will die and there is no way around it. How you die is what will be remembered and what you will be known for. So long story short, die with purpose, brothers. If you keep notes 1 through 10 in mind when playing the Assault Marine class, you will become him, slowly who will no longer be at the bottom of the leaderboard. Him who is no longer ultra negative. Him who the angel can look upon with pride. Him who will serve his team and the Emperor well. Please understand, brothers and sisters, that until this game opens up more for its PvP options, there isn't much more that we can learn about the Assault Marine class or any class and its true potential in PvP. Not to mention that I am aware that this video may be outdated and eventually will become outdated. So with that being said, if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, hell, any tips that I might have gone over or missed, please be sure to comment them in the comment section, or even do one better and come verbally tell us and talk about them in the Ball Discord, where you can find me and my other battle brothers always playing or interested in doing some type of Space Marine 2 content or interactions. So, with that being said, you can find all that information in the description below somewhere, but until then, I am off. There's much more battles to be won in the glorious name of the Emperor and Sanguinius, and also much more information to digest and learn on my end. Again, I understand that this is a basic video after watching many tutorial videos about the Assault Marine. I feel like this video covers the little small tiny gaps that most generic videos explaining the Assault Marine class will go over, like how your actual equipment works and button combinations and controls. This video was not in any way, shape, or form to explain these things to you. This video was to give you the fundamentals or the mindset as to how you should be looking at the class, as well as, in my opinion, how the class should be played based off the current meta and style of PvP and Space Marines 2. But with that being said, there's nothing else. I look forward to hearing from you guys. I appreciate it. You will find all of my new Space Marine content on both this channel and bits and pieces of it maybe on the Shadow Grid Studios channel. But if you guys don't mind supporting me as we venture down the Twitch path, you can find my live streams at BA Vertavius on Twitch. You'll also find that information in the description somewhere below. However, my friends, as I keep saying, I'm off. I really appreciate you guys stopping and staying tuned, and I look forward to hearing and playing with you guys very, very soon. With that being said, stay blessed, my brothers and sisters, and good luck.